There are three types of angles. The first one is a right angle. Right angle is equal to 90 degrees. No more, no less, it has to be 90 precise to be a right angle. Now, an acute angle is going to be less than 90, so I'm going to say that my angle X is going to be less than 90 degrees. Therefore, my angle can be somewhere between 0 to 89.9. The third type is an obtuse angle. In this case, X is going to be larger than 90. Okay, so once again, right angle are equal to 90. Acute angles are less than 90 degrees, and an obtuse angle is going to be larger than 90 degrees. That includes 180, 270, 360. Now we're going to cover complementary angles. Two angles are complementary when they add up to 90 degrees. For example 1, we have two angles. The first angle, this angle is going to be equal to 50 degrees, and the angle above is going to be equal to 40 degrees. Then we say that 40 degrees plus 50 degrees equals 90 degrees. So we can say that this is a right angle. Therefore, they are complementary. Example 2. Angle X and angle 25 are complementary. Find the value of X. Now, they're telling us that X and 25 are complementary. And by definition, we know that two angles are complementary if their sum is equal to 90. That means that we're going to get X plus 25 degrees is going to give us 90 degrees. Now you guys are going to be solving for X, so we're going to subtract 25 from both sides to isolate the variable, and now we get X is equal to 65 degrees. Okay, and to prove your work, just add 65 plus 25 and you get 90 degrees. So we know that the value of X is 65, and that's what we were looking for. Okay, for this problem, you're going to find the measurement of angle BQC. So this is BQC, so we're looking for the angle right here that says 3x. Now, we don't know what that is, but look at this square right here. That tells you that the angle CQD is a right angle. If this is a right angle, then we can actually see that angle AQC is also going to be a right angle, and 4x plus 20 plus 3x are complementary angles. Therefore, we're going to write 4x plus 20 plus 3x equals 90, because by definition of complementary angles, the sum of the two angles equals 90. So now we're going to combine like terms. We have a variable, a constant, and a variable. So we are going to use the community property to add these two. So 4x and 3x gives us 7x plus 20, which is equal to 90. We are going to subtract 20 from both sides to isolate the variable. And now we get 7x equals 70 degrees. We're going to divide by 7, and now we get x equals to 10. Now the question is about angle BQC. And we know that that angle is actually equal to 3x. So let's substitute. We're going to grab this number and put it for the x. So we actually get 3 times 10, which equals 30 degrees. Okay, now we found the measurement of angle BQC, and to do that we needed to know that they were complementary angles. Now we're going to cover supplementary angles. The definition is two angles are supplementary when their sum equals 180 degrees. Supplementary angles are also known as angles on a line. As you can tell, we have two angles, angle X and angle Y, and they are on a line. That's why they're also known angles on a line. So all this segment is going to be equal to 180 degrees. Let's see an example. Let's say that the small angle equals 40 degrees. Since they are two angles on a line, that means that the large one is going to be equal to 140 degrees, because 140 plus 40 gives you 180. And that is the definition of a supplementary angle. When you add two angles and they give you 180 degrees. Example 1 for supplementary angles. The following two angles are supplementary. Find the value of W. Now, since the two angles are supplementary, that means that when we add them, they are going to be equal to 180. So let's set up the equation. We are going to get 100 degrees plus W should equal 180 degrees because they are supplementary. So we are going to subtract 100 degrees from both sides to isolate the variable, and now we get that W is equal to 80 degrees. We are done. The measure of angle, in this case, the symbol right before YWZ means angle. So the measure of angle YWZ, let's pay attention. You're going to pay attention to YWZ. So we're talking about this segment right here is 5x plus 10. So let's write that down right there. 5x plus 10. And it says the measurement of angle ZWX. So we're going to write it as ZWX. As you can tell, the vertex is always in the middle. That's why it says YWZ. The vertex is at W. ZWX. ZW. The vertex is in the middle. And then X. So now, from this angle, the measurement is 20 degrees. Okay. Now, to find that measurement of angle YWZ, we actually need to find what X is. Okay, so we're going to set up an equation, and it's going to be 5x plus 10 plus 20, because they are supplementary, they are on the line, is going to equal 180. Now we need to combine like terms. We have a constant and a variable. So we are going to combine the constants So 5x plus 10 plus 20, that is going to be equal to 30, equals 180. Now we are trying to isolate the variable. Remember, this is our variable. We're going to be dealing with the things further away. So let's subtract 30 from both sides. And now you have 5x equals to 150. The inverse of multiplying by 5 is divided by 5. So we are going to divide both sides by 5. And now we have x equals 30. Now x equals 30, and we are trying to find the whole angle. But the whole angle is 5 times x, in this case 30 plus 10. So let's plug it back in. And now we know that angle YWZ is going to be equal to 5 times 30 plus 10. 5 times 30 is going to give you 150 plus 10. Your answer is going to be 160 degrees.